Hi everyone, Tara here. I am busy in my kitchen cooking. I've just measured out some flour. I've measured out some milk. I have an egg and I've put a little pinch of salt in my flour. So I'm just gonna start making a batter. I'm gonna break the egg in. And then I'm slowly gonna whisk the egg and the milk and the flour together. Oh, this is fun. To make a batter. I think I'll just give it an extra bit of a quick mix here so that all the lumps come out. It's quite a runny batter, but that's all there is to it. Flour, milk, and eggs. Whisked up. Sorted. So now all I need to find is a very special pan. I wonder where I've put it.
Hey, Simon here. Does anybody think they know what Tara might be cooking? Ooh, looks delicious, doesn't it?
Well, here we are. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I'm making pancakes. And as a family, we often have pancakes on the weekend when we have a bit of time to make them and eat them as a family. Christians have a special day to make and eat pancakes, and this year it's on Tuesday, the 16th of February. The date changes every year, but it is always on a Tuesday. Can you guess the name of this special day?
Yes, you got it. The day that Christians make pancakes is Shrove Tuesday. But I wonder why. Let's have a little quiz to see how much you know about Shrove Tuesday. Shrove Tuesday is a Christian festival that gets people ready for A, Christmas, B, Easter, or C, Lent. Which one do you think it could be? Well, if you said Lent, you're right. Well done. Let's have a look at the next question. Lent is a time that Christians often A, lend money, B, give something up, or C, spring clean their house. Which one do you think this one could be? Well, if you said give something up, you're right again. Well done. Christians often give up something during Lent to remind themselves of A, Jesus fasting and praying in the desert for 40 days, B, the Israelites walking in the desert for 40 years, or C, God sending the rain and floods that lasted 40 days. Which one do you think this one could be? Well, if you said Jesus fasting and praying in the desert, you're right again. The name of Shrove Tuesday comes from an old word, shriving, which means to A, try very hard, B, listen to someone saying sorry and forgive them, or C, to make pancakes. Well, making pancakes is good, but if you said listen to someone saying sorry and forgive them, then you'd be right. In Anglo-Saxon England at the very start of Lent, Christians would go to church to say sorry to God for the wrong things that they'd done that hurt him or hurt each other. Another word for sorry is to confess their sins, the things that they'd done wrong, and ask God to forgive them. In other words, they would be shriven. Let's have a look at the next question, shall we? On Ash Wednesday, many churches hold special services in which they mark people with ash made from A, old Easter eggs, B, old pile crosses, or C, burnt pancakes. Which one do you think? Well, if you said old pile crosses, you're right. Let's have a look at our last question, shall we? Traditionally, Christians would give up rich, tasty foods such as A, roast lamb, B, roast turkey, or C, butter, eggs and sugar. Which one do you think this one could be? Well, if you said butter, eggs and sugar, you'd be right. Well done. And do you know what? Some Christians still give up these things for Lent today. So on Shrove Tuesday, this was my last chance to get rid of them. And what better way to do that than to make a delicious pancake? Yum! How did you do in the quiz? It is interesting that often what we do today is a tradition or helps us to remember something very special.
Yes, Simon. And while you've been doing the quiz, I've been busy making my pancakes. You know, pancakes are one of the easiest foods to make, but they remind me of a word that is probably the hardest thing to say. And you know, I've got some pancake clues to help you work out that word that I'm thinking of. So here is the first clue. This letter is the first letter of something white and sweet that you might sprinkle on your pancake. I wonder what that clue is.
Oh, yes, I think I know. S is for sugar.
Yes, Simon, you're absolutely right. It is S. S for sugar. So that is our first clue. S. So here's the second clue. This is a letter, the very first letter of a large round fruit that you can often drink its juice while you're eating your pancake.
I think I might know. O is for orange.
And you're absolutely right, Simon. It is O for orange. Here's the next clue. This is the first letter in a word describing the shape of a pancake. The shape of a pancake.
Oh, pancake is round. So is it R?
And yes, it's R. Well done, Simon. R for round. We're getting quite a few clues here. Okay, so the next clue is the first letter in the way that you would serve a pancake and possibly eat it that way too.
I like to roll my pancake up. Is it R again?
Well done, Simon. You would have rolled your pancake. R for roll. Well done. So the last clue that we have is the letter that starts the word that means really delicious.
Oh, all this talk of pancakes is making me hungry. And pancakes are yummy. Oh, yummy. Why for yummy?
Well done, Simon. It's Y. Y for yummy. Okay, so now we've got all the letters. And I wonder if you can work out the word. What is that word? S-O-R-R-Y. Sorry. I thought it was interesting that Shrove Tuesday comes from the old word shriving, which means to listen to someone saying sorry and to forgive them. Saying sorry can be really hard because firstly, we've got to realise that we've done something unkind or selfish or hurtful. In other words, we've not loved others like God would like us to love. And when you realise this and say sorry, well, it helps you to start again. And Lent is the time where, just before Easter, where Christians can think about where their heart is in loving God and loving others as well. And it's a time to say sorry. Do you know that flipping pancakes reminded me of that assembly that we did right at the beginning of January when we talked about turning over a new leaf and starting again on a clean, fresh page. Do you remember? Sorry can be one of the hardest words to say, but just like flipping a pancake, we have to be ready to try. Saying sorry helps us, well, to make a new start.
I wonder if we can think of some occasions recently that we've not loved God or each other the way that we should. Maybe we've been selfish, unkind, or greedy. Or maybe we've said or done things that are hurtful or caused others to feel sad. Maybe after you've finished eating your pancakes next week on Shrove Tuesday, you might firstly like to say thank you to the adult who helped you make them. And then in the quiet of your heart, you might like to say sorry to God for some of those things that you've thought about that have not shown love to others. And maybe even ask him to help you say sorry to someone else. Between Shrove Tuesday and Easter Sunday, Lent goes on for 46 days. And now that you've said sorry and can start again, you might like to do one small act of kindness, generosity, or thankfulness each day for 40 days until Easter Sunday. There are lots of ideas of how you can do this on the internet if you ask an adult to help you. You could even design your very own family 40 acts that you all can do. Now here's an example of one which was made. It's taken from a book called Exploring Generosity with God Ventures and 40 Acts. You might even want to use this one and tweak it into fitting our staying safe guidelines of washing hands, covering face, and making space. But now let's turn this thinking into a prayer. And if you agree with what I say, you would like to say Amen at the end, because that's what Amen means. It means I agree. Dear God, thank you for yummy pancakes, and thank you for all that they remind us of in the start of a very special time for Christians, when they remember to say sorry and start again. Please help us during this time to think of how we can start again to love you and love others by being kind, thankful and generous. Please give us fresh and creative ideas of how we can do that. Amen.